Hello out there again, Kaiju kids in YouTube land. This is Jim with a review of one of my favorite figures. And before I start, I'm just going to say I might be getting the name of this company wrong. I believe you can call them M1 or Michigo. I don't know what's preferred, or if I'm getting it right. I believe it's based on a Japanese pun. Someone can correct me if I'm getting it totally wrong, but regardless, I'm going to call it the M1 Godzilla for simplicity's sake. And as I already stated, this is one of my favorite figures. I think it's a really standout piece. And if you're just looking at it online in a video or just in pictures, it may not look like a standout figure. The brown may not look particularly appealing if you're just looking at pictures, but I can tell you that when you get it in person, it's got these silver highlights all over on the face, chest, knees, and of course on the claws and teeth too. And they really make the figure. They really highlight some of the best aspects of the sculpt. Those are hard to see in pictures and harder to appreciate. And the other thing you're going to notice if you actually have this figure in person is that it is massive. I mean, it's just a big figure. It's heavy. I've been told that this company makes their vinyl figures out of the same material that they use to make hip replacements in Japan. Now, don't quote me on that because it could be complete bullshit, but that's what I've heard. And it's not that hard to believe if you've ever had one of these figures because they are made of thick, sturdy, heavy vinyl. But anyway, get to reviewing the figure, the sculpt detail on this guy is really excellent. He's got a mean, snarling face that perfectly represents the GMK Godzilla. Skin texture all over is great. The dorsal fins are sculpted out pretty nicely. They could be a little bit more detailed, but this is a stylized figure, which means that they're going for a very particular look, and I think it achieves it very well. The tail's a little bit stubby, but again, this is a specific style that kind of mimics vintage figures by companies like Marsan and Bullmark. So you can really give it a pass on those kind of things, because they did it intentionally. If you dig it, you dig it. If not, I mean, there's more realistic figures out there you can purchase. But I highly recommend one of these. Paint-wise, I already mentioned the highlights that look really excellent. You've got metallic blue for the spines. It gives the figure a bit of pop, whereas the rest is brown, so a little more subdued. Give you a closer look at the teeth detail here, because the face and teeth are just excellently painted, very detailed. I'm told that these figures are hand painted, so we are dealing with a quite high quality collectible item here. So, I mean, everything is quite excellent. Oh yeah, that's right, people care about articulation. Well, you've got a little bit of articulation on the tail. Very stiff, not going to move much of anywhere. Everything's kind of stiff. There's just not a lot of room for movement. So if you're trying to make like an animation video with this guy, this is not the figure to do it with. He's not made to be played. He's a display piece. But everything else about it is just fantastic. The other thing people want to know about oftentimes is scale, and as opposed to its articulation, the massive scale of this figure is one place where it stands out. As you can see, even compared to the GMK Bandai figure, which is an 8-inch scale figure, this one really dwarfs it. It is very tall. It's probably about half an inch taller than the Bandai, probably about a 9-inch tall figure. And it is just quite massive. The only place the Bandai beats it is in tail length. But again, that's deliberate and a stylistic choice. So, M1 GMK Godzilla, a highly recommended figure. I think I picked mine up used, without any bag or header, for probably about $30, $35 plus shipping. I got lucky. That's a special deal. You're probably going to pay between $60 and $80 for this one if you find a decent deal on eBay, but it is totally worth it for a figure of this quality. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I will be back with another one for you soon. Thanks for watching.